Hi, I'm Carrie Usselman and welcome to my kitchen. I am beginning a series of plant-based tutorials to help you become more confident in your alchemy. And we're going to start with something really basic today, and that's making a simple almond nut milk. After I make that, I'm going to show you a little alchemy with what I do sometimes with the almond milk. So to begin with, I start with raw almonds, and I take the almonds and I put them, I love using glass. Glass I think is a really nice thing to store things in, but I put them in a glass measuring cup. I did a half a batch today, so I put a half a cup of almonds and filled with water and let them sit overnight so they're plump and hydrated, sprouted, alive, and it also diminishes the enzyme where you can't digest almonds. So easily to digest, vibrant, sprouted, and that's what you want to use. You never want to use unsoaked almonds for your almond milk. So here we are, next day, and I take my little strainer. Any which thing will do. You could even put your hand over the cup, and I'm going to strain these almonds. I'm going to rinse them off just a little bit, and I'm going to put them into my blender. Now, if you don't have a Vitamix, which I love my Vitamix, I love it because it breaks down the cell wall, but use what you have. Absolutely use what you have. So this is about a cup of almonds. I've already poured some water in. I'm going to fill it to about the 3-cup mark. When I do a bigger batch, I use more water. And I'm going to put the lid on. You always want to make sure you do that. I have mistakenly forgotten that, and it's a big mess to clean up. So turn the blender on however you do that. If you have a Vitamix, some of them are just 1 to 10. I have a model that has 3 different options, and I put it on smoothie. So here we go to blend. Funny doing this in a camera. All right, so the nuts and the milk, the almonds and the water are now blended into milk. So I'm going to remove the cover. And with the nut milk bag, there are many different kinds. I've experimented. I really like Ellie's best. This one is not. I can't find that one. But you want to inside, you can see I've used this a lot. You want to inside the nut milk bag out so the seam is on the outside. It makes it much easier to clean. And then you put the nut milk bag in a container. It doesn't have to be, a big glass container. You can use any kind of bowl. I have washed my hands, and now you twist, and see this beautiful loveliness coming out. Don't be afraid to squish the contents. So this is so easy to make, and a lot of the nut milks that you get in the store, they have extra ingredients in them. They don't have as many nuts. They have thickeners, and this is just pure, natural, beautiful essence of almond milk. So here we go, and at some point later I'm going to show you what I do with the leftover pulp. Yesterday when I made this, I made, see, it looks like that. You can dehydrate it and use it as almond flour. You can put it in little plant-based burgers, but for today, and this is the other thing that I like to do, when I'm finished I like to store, and this is a recycled jar from some of my favorite honey place. You can put it straight up in the kitchen like that. I mean, straight up in this container and store it. And there you have your beautiful nut milk. So I use this in teas. If I make an occasional cup of organic coffee, it's super delicious. I use it as a base when I bake, when I make soups, so many different things. But what really matters is the vibrancy that you're getting when it's hot off the press. Okay, so if you'd like to continue and watch me do a little alchemy, I'm going to just rinse my blender out real quick. Just give it a little rinse. There we go. And now I am going to pour a little bit of nut milk in, and I've warmed up some water in advance. Here we go. And I'm gonna put a little hot water, so now it's warm. And I'm making a green tea lavender latte sweetened with medjool dates. So I'm gonna put 2 dates in. So you take your date, make sure you pit it, because if you don't, your latte will be crunchy. Drop that one in. You know, I've done all these things. And the next one. And this, there's so many different lovely green teas. Just make sure you don't get it with any additives. This is the one I'm using today. And I've measured out a tablespoon, so I'm going to put that in there. And the last thing I am going to put into my delicious, in the making green tea lavender latte is a pinch, that's a little bit too much, a little pinch of lavender that I harvested from my garden last fall. I think lavender is a lovely plant to have just because it has such a lovely smell. And again, I store it in a glass jar, market lavender. And here we go. I'm going to blend again. All right, we are finished blending. And I love to put my creations in something that reminds me of somebody I love. And this beautiful mug was made by my son and his girlfriend Stephanie. And I received this for Christmas, and I really treasure it. So that's going to make this taste even more delicious. And I'm going to do just a little taste test because I like to adjust a taste, which that's a piece of the alchemy, right? That's a piece of the alchemy. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, you really need to try this. Just get a little pinch of lavender. Oh my goodness. I'm just so happy. And look at the beautiful like little froth that you get on the top of that. All right. Happy experimenting in the kitchen. You know, and a lot of times we think that we have to do this just perfectly, but when you implement correctly, it's always perfect. So if you'd like to watch more of these creations of mine in my kitchen, I'm just starting a YouTube channel, so check it out. I'll be posting this on my Facebook page and probably my Instagram as well. And we're gonna rock this together, and I'm gonna support you, and you can reach out to me. I'm evolving some classes, and for now we're doing it this way. And thank you for stepping into the piece of yourself that's been a little wobbly in the kitchen, because between you and me, we're gonna get it done. Cheers.